Gorgeous night for weekend baseball here at Angel Stadium. The Halos dropped game 2 of this 4-game set to the White Sox last night, so the series tied up in a game apiece. We play on tonight, 70s weekend. It's game 3 of this 4-game set. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West. He's Mark Gubicza, and I'm Victor Rojas. And the one thing that we continue to be treated with is Mike Trout's plate appearances and Mike Trout defensive plays, and he has been spectacular throughout his career. Gooby, I said it last night, he's well on his way to winning his 3rd MVP.
Yeah, Victor, he did it all last night. You mentioned swinging the bat, throwing the baseball, covering some ground to catch a baseball. Take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS. Above average on all these statistics when you look at Mike Trout, where he went out and got down and hit that slider out of the ballpark. 438 feet exit velocity, 107 miles per hour. Also, when you look at the throw out of his hand, 91.6. That's above normal, 222-foot throw. Great on the money for Mike Trout, and the ground he covered. This play right here last night, I thought for sure that ball was in the gap, and I was able to get back on that baseball as quick as he did. 29.1 feet per second he covered, well above average again, going 76 feet to make that play. So Trout did it all last night. Everyone goes 5-tool player. He's gotten to the point where you can be very comfortable calling him a 5-tool player now because of that arm strength he has out in center field.
Well, Mike is in the lineup. It's a quasi day off as he gets to start at DH. Our old friend Hector Santiago is on the mound for the Chicago White Sox. The Halos will go with an opener. Noe Ramirez, then Jose Suarez will be the bulk pitcher in tonight's game. We're just about ready for baseball. Here's the Big A. Sit back, relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. It's something very profound in the pregame show in that when that topic came up. You know what? You throw your fastball inside and start establishing that in. It sets up all your other pitches. You don't have to worry about tipping
exactly.
pitches.
You pitch inside, hitters are never comfortable. If you don't pitch inside, it doesn't matter if you have great deception or not. If you're keeping everything away, either soft or even firm, away every time, hitters just track that outside part of the plate. You have to pitch inside effectively, even off the plate, to make them uncomfortable.
Especially for someone like Jose, because he's not an overpowering pitcher.
But he can run the fastball. He throws a 4-seam fastball. He can run that fastball upstairs and be effective.
Noe has finally arrived on the mound, and we'll take a look at Rick Renteria's lineup for the Chicago White Sox. With the victory last night, they find themselves 11 under 500 at 55 at 66. And they'll have Luis Garcia leading things off. He's in right field tonight. Tim Anderson, the shortstop. Jose Abreu at first. James McCann had a big game last night, including his 2nd grand slam of the season. He'll DH. Eloy Jimenez is in left field. Wellington Castillo behind the plate. Ryan Goins gets a start at 3rd. Yolmer Sanchez switching 2nd baseman. Adam Engel back in the starting lineup as he was on Thursday night. He will patrol center field. I mentioned Noe Ramirez is the opener tonight. This will be his 35th appearance, 5th start. He's 4-1 with a 3.14 ERA, and his first appearance is coming off the injured list.
Yeah, he's been really solid with a 3.14 ERA. Also 48 2/3 innings pitched, 59 strikeouts. Been able to run that fastball up, break a ball good, and a very good changeup with good arm action on it. Curious to see what kind of a velocity he has from the first pitch to the last pitch he throws after being out for a period of time when he was sick, went on the IL and then the suspension. It's been a while since we've seen Noe on the mound.
Check out the defense behind Ramirez and Suarez today. The outfield looks like this with Upton, Goodwin, and Calhoun. We mentioned Trout is in the DH spot this evening. Fletcher, Tovar, Rengifo, and Pujols from 3rd to 1st. Stassi behind the plate.
And Goody out in center field, making his 12th start out in center. 47 in left field, 13 also in right field. No errors in center field this year. He has 5 overall, but 2 outfield assists, but none as far as the errors in center field in 12 starts for Brian Goodwin. Garcia will bunt as well, or try to bunt.
First one on the night is upstairs for ball 1. Garcia hitting .288, 7 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Multi-hit game last night, going 2 for 5. Chicago, a total of 10 hits. A slow breaking ball evens up the count at 1-1. Fouled into the glove. And it's 1-2. Good slow breaking ball.
Remember, Noe had that stretch last year. He closed out a game and then was the opener the next day. It was a night game into a day game for Noe. So he's done this before as far as the opener role.
2-strike pitch misses down and in. Evens up the count at 2-2. Doug Eddings calling the balls and strikes tonight. Chris Siegel at first, Chad Whitson at second, Bill Miller, the crew chief, at third. Two-two pitch. Skied foul. This was out of play on the third base side. So 6 o'clock start here, so Cole has to deal with the sunshine in right field. Goodwin a little bit at center. Pleasant afternoon, early evening. Temperatures in the 70s. Breaking ball ripped into right field, and that's headed to the corner. I mentioned Garcia can run. Cole hustling over to keep it as just a double. Plays the carom perfectly. Garcia keeps on running, and he'll get in there with a leadoff triple. I tell you what, Cole did everything he could and even played that ball perfectly, but could not get him at third base.
Yeah, Garcia's mindset as soon as he hit that ball in the corner was triple, and he wasn't going to slow down under any scenario. This break a ball, this hung on the inside part of the plate, and he lines it right in the corner. And Cole got over there, like you said, Victor, as quick as he could to get it in to the cutoff man. But he sees that, he's going triple. Good job as far as cutting down the angle, getting that base quickly, sliding in. Didn't even need to get in there.
Yep.
Third base.
And as soon as that ball got by Rengifo and trickled to Pujols, you didn't have a play at all. It was going to be tough even if Luis comes up with it. Here's Anderson. Breaking ball's fouled off. No balls and a strike on the White Sox shortstop. Comes in batting .327, has 20 doubles, 12 home runs, 41 RBIs. Anderson last night 2 for 5, couple of singles, had an RBI and scored twice. They play him to pull on the infield. The outfield, they shade him the opposite way. Down to chase a high fastball. It's 0-2. It's the first appearance for Noe since July 21st. Now is at Seattle. Went on the injured list with a viral infection. He's been active for a little bit, just has not pitched.
Now, Tim Anderson of past would chase a break a ball out of the strike zone here.
Try to get him to chase that fastball again.
This is a different batter now for Tim Anderson. He covers the whole plate very, very well.
Leadoff triple for Leury Garcia, his second of the season. Breaking ball pulled to the left side. Fletcher comes up with it on the dive, gets up, fires to first. They get Anderson for the first out. The run scores, and the Sox have a 1-0 lead, but a nice play by David.
And he had to get up quickly to throw at Anderson running down the line as well. So not only showing the range, but the quickness to get up. Quick on the transfer to get Anderson at first, even though the run's going to score. You keep that away from a potential big inning going on with back-to-back hits to start the game here. Nice play by Fletcher defensively. We often talked about how well he swings the bat, puts the ball in play. But his defense has been solid no matter where Brad Ausmus has put him.
Jose Abreu, first baseman, takes a strike. RBI for Anderson, by the way, his 42nd. The Angels kept Abreu hitless last night, going 0 for 5. 275 on the season, 26 home runs and 89 runs batted in. One nothing Sox here in the first. 1-1 pitch.
That's a good changeup. Very similar arm action with his fastball and this changeup. Just drops it right on the outside corner.
Fouled off. A little life on that fastball. He's feeling pretty good about that fastball upstairs.
Yeah, but separation of his breaking ball, upper 70s. His changeup, it's going to be 84 range, and then his fastball is 89. It can touch 90, but generally it's going to be an elevated fastball.
James McCann on deck. Breaking ball, and that's lifted out toward right center field. Goodwin calling off Calhoun. 2 down. Maybe just a little bit, enough off of that pitch where Abreu couldn't drive it out.
He does have power that way. Speaking of power, Brian McCann with some serious power working this season. 14 home runs with 47 RBI. I'm sorry, James McCann.
One ball, no strikes on McCann. 293 on the season. 14 home runs, 47 runs batted in. 3-hit game last night with a single, double, and a home run. Home run, his second slam of the year.
That baseball went a long way.
Yes, it did. It was against Ty Buttrey. First White Sox player to have 2 slams the same season since Carlos Quentin. Did it back in 2010. Having a heck of a season, an all-star this year. Batting in the cleat-up spot. Jose Suarez warming up in the Angels bullpen. And he'll pitch in the second. 1-2.
This is on a breaking ball from Ty Buttrey. After the pitch before was a fastball at 97 miles an hour. This slider though got a lot of the plate. It was almost as if he was looking breaking ball after the high fastball, and he was ready. Grand slam for McCann.
Fouled off. Infield deep, especially on the left side. One ball, 2 strikes. 19 pitches thrown by Noe. 14 strikes.
Now what he has seen and what we've seen from hitters of late, after that high fastball, they're going to track lower part of the strike zone for a breaking ball, so it has to be hit at a good spot. I still don't mind if you go high fastball. We've seen that a lot from the Angels. Back it up with another high fastball because they're always tracking lower zone after a high fastball.
As you were saying, full count now. Jimenez on deck. Leadoff triple by Leury Garcia. He came home on the Anderson ground out. Reset and do it again. 3-2. Noe came off the injured list on Wednesday and then served his 3-game suspension. Now it's foul. That was the Jake Marisnick hit by pitch on July 16th.
Just trying to pitch inside effectively.
Breaking ball hit the Fletcher. Across the diamond. McCann retired. Sox strike early. It's 1-0 Chicago as we head to the bottom of the first. Game number 125 off at third. Mike Trout at DH. Justin Upton will bat in the 3 spot. He's in left. Cole Calhoun, the cleanup hitter, in right. Albert Pujols at first. Brian Goodwin at center. Luis Rengifo at second. Wilfredo Tovar at short. Max Stassi batting ninth and doing the catching as they take on the 31-year-old left-hander native of Bloomfield, New Jersey, Hector Santiago, back on the mound here at Angel Stadium.
Yeah, our old friend, fastball 90-94, the slider, curveball, changeup.
Released by the New York Mets and picked up by the Chicago White Sox. First one in for a strike.
And my go-tos to be successful against Hector tonight, what you should do as far as the approach, is hit fastballs ahead in counts. He's always had that problem of falling behind. Don't punch that changeup the other way. He has a good little fade changeup. Don't try to pull it.
This is pulled toward the hole. Anderson can't come up with it. Fletcher is on board with the leadoff single. Kind of an odd route for Tim Anderson.
I thought he could have almost got to that. I don't know if he's going to be able to throw out Fletcher anyhow. Anything above the belt, even the Sandoval belt, is going to be hit hard by David Fletcher. 5th hit in this series for Fletch.
So it brings up Trout. Mike at 298, 41 home runs, 94 runs batted in. They had 1 hit last night, and that was the home run in the 5th inning. Also hit by a pitch in the first.
Staying inside.
What a what?
Mislocation of that one. Trout 1 for 2 against his former teammate.
Pretty good lead for Fletcher over at first. 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Santiago's second start since joining the White Sox. Gave up 5 runs, 4 earned, and 7 hits, working 4 2/3. Did have 5 strikeouts. His one and only start. Pitching 8 games with the Mets this year, all out of the bullpen.
Run that fastball up a part of the strike zone at 93, so 91, 92, 93, and it's a bat against Trout for Hector Santiago. Notice on the uniform for Hector tonight, Tyler Skaggs' 45 patch on his jersey. Former teammates, good friend.
Parts of 3 seasons with the Angels. All-Star 2015. 2-2. Full count. Those numbers I reeled off for Hector on the start that he had as a member of the White Sox against Detroit. Hector that year for the Angels went 9-9 with a 3.59 ERA 2015. One and only All-Star appearance in his career.
As he's going to go back inside with another fastball.
3-2. And he walked him. First 2 have reached. Sox defensively look like this behind Santiago. Jimenez single and Garcia in the outfield. Goins, Anderson, Sanchez, Abreu from third to first. Castillo behind the plate.
And Jimenez making his 83rd start. The rookie out in left field has been pretty solid. 5 outfield assists and his 2 errors in his rookie campaign for the White Sox. Good power as well, swinging the bat, but solid defensively out in left field.
Hales with a man in scoring position, down 1-0 here in the first. Mentioned before the game started the struggles that the Angels had last night. 1 for 12 with men in scoring position. In the series, they're 5 for 24. Upton a .212 average, has 5 doubles, 8 home runs, 28 RBIs. 0 for 2 last night with 2 walks. 1 ball, no strikes. He's trying to establish that inside part of the play, just not able to get close enough to have Doug Eddings make any calls in his favor.
Even though it was a walk by Trout, that was pretty impressive. He didn't chase any pitch out of the strike zone. They were all balls, but they were only off by about a half a baseball. Well, he threw that slider in that hittable zone and he missed it.
Here's the 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He hasn't missed by a lot, Hector, tonight, but he's just a little bit off the strike zone, not getting any of those calls.
Fletcher at second, Trout at first. Missed in.
And over the years, just looking at the delivery for Hector Santiago, it's so quick that anytime he's a little bit quicker off that back leg pushing off the pitching rubber, it's more difficult to get in a good arm slot. And he runs into those ruts where he ends up walking a lot of batters.
Times it feels like, it looks like he throws across his body, kind of against his body.
Yep.
Cole is on deck. 3-1 count. You know, Upton's going to be hacking if it's close. Strike, top part of the zone, full count.
Went slider upstairs. Borderline pitch at best.
13 pitches, 7 balls, 6 strikes. Now the payoff. Upton takes inside for ball 4, so they're loaded up.
Let's see a visit. Cooper, pitching coach, soon.
I mean, I understand wanting to establish the inside part of the play, but at some point you got to throw something else. At least get some strikes out of it. The Angels will take it. Now it's a matter of the Angels cashing these in.
Cole came up with the bases loaded last night. We just had a tough time reading the baseball out of the hand of Lucas Giolito.
Corner infielders are in for the White Sox. Fletcher standing at third, Trout at second, and Upton at first. Cole at .233, 26 home runs, 60 runs batted in. Calhoun 0 for 4 last night, 3 strikeouts and a ground out.
Cole with 10 of his 26 home runs versus left-handed pitching. And when you look at Hector Santiago's out pitches, he doesn't have that nasty breakable to neutralize left-handed batters. So this could be a good chance for Cole to get the job done here. Now he will try to run a fastball and he can jam me as a left-handed batter.
See him kind of doing that motion with his body and then shaking his head. He realizes that he's kind of, like in golf you say, blocking your swing. Therefore, as a right-handed golfer, you slice the ball a little bit. He's having troubles getting out in front.
Remember, he used to do those lines, pitching inside that lane, and that's the thing he always tried to concentrate, landing on that same spot, and he's trying to tell himself to stay back and do so, but he hasn't been able to do it yet.
1-1, breaking ball. He took a little bit off of that one. 1-2.
You look at those home runs, most versus lefties this year. Cody Bellinger having an incredible year with 14. Chuck Nasty with 11 for the Rockies, and Cole Calhoun with 10. I think he's going to be forced to hit the ball to left center.
Jimenez playing shallow and toward the line and left. Engel shading him the opposite way in center. Cole chases. One down. Really expanded his strike zone there.
Matt chased the slider well off the plate. He looked like he, throughout that at bat, was in pull mode for Cole.
I'm wondering, because he threw the slider, the pitch before, if Cole maybe was thinking he's going to try to sneak a fastball in, because the way his hips opened up there.
Yeah. Well, if you're a hitter, you're guessing along with a pitcher, especially a pitcher like Hector Santiago. We've talked about Hector for a lot of years. You just never know what pattern he's going to go with. So you can't sit on a certain pitch against him, other than most times when he's behind in the count, he will throw a fastball.
Albert swings the first pitch right back to Santiago. 1, 2, 3 goes the double play, and the Angels, who struggled last night with men in scoring position, had bases loaded and nobody out, and get nothing out of it. Sox up 1-0. Second inning working through first. Off speed pitch to Jimenez, almost clips him. Left fielder comes in batting .237, 10 doubles, 20 home runs, 47 runs batted in for the rookie. Slider cue to the right side, and that's going to squib through for a base hit. Even if Albert dives for that ball and gets it, they're not going to get Jimenez at first. He was way over that way.
That was a good pitch too as well, and let's credit Jimenez just making contact and beating the shift. They're the ones you got to clear your mind right away as a pitcher, because you made a good pitch and ends up looking up and there's a base hit against you. Normally that is a routine out.
Castillo, the catcher, takes a strike. Wellington 1 for 4 last night with a double and a run scored. He and McCann have alternated catching a DH spot through 3 games. Good off speed pitch. 0-2.
Yeah, it looks like he early in the count is trying to hit a home run. Then he shortens up with 2 strikes. Rengifo moving a little bit more so back to his normal second base position, was playing towards the bag early in the count against Castillo.
Suarez back up and loosening. Seemed like he threw some pitches in that first inning as well. Just in case Ausmus needs him here in the second. Ideally, you'd like for him to start a clean inning.
Yeah.
1-2. Got him with the changeup. First strikeout for Noe. One down.
Looks like he is going to go down and go to Suarez now for Brad Ausmus.
With Ryan Goins coming up.
There's a circle changeup from that arm angle for Noe. Good pitch.
Pitching change here in the second. 1-0 Chicago. This is a 12th appearance and first out of the bullpen for Suarez in the big leagues. He's 2-4 with a 6.57 ERA, 48 strikeouts in 49 plus innings.
Yeah, my go-tos for Jose to have a good outing here tonight is really spin that curveball more. Use the curveball. He throws a changeup a lot more. He's got pretty good spin on his curveball when he uses it and has that good downward action to it. He get to swing and miss and some soft contact with it as well. Trust in fastball usage. He's gone away from his fastball, and I still think we talked about early, even with Tim Salmon, use that fastball inside to establish that outer half of the plate to be successful tonight.
Facing Ryan Goins, the third baseman, with a man on. 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. Goins hitting .266. 8 extra base hits, 9 RBIs. Had the start at third base last night, went 0 for 4. What a what? In the dirt. Jimenez going to try to take second and throw from Stassi on the shortstop side. It's a wild pitch, puts a man in scoring position.
Another wild pitch for the Angels this season. '83 wild pitches this season for the Angels staff. That leads that category by a lot in the American League. Next closest Baltimore with 66.
Major League record 98. Goins takes a strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
98's the record?
Yeah.
What team was that? I didn't even notice that.
Astros, 2016.
Okay, that's good. Thought it might have been a Royals team in the 80s. Just try to.
Now the Astros may have supplanted your record.
Yeah.
Yolmer Sanchez on deck. 2-2 now. Full count. Last outing for Suarez against Pittsburgh here. Gave up 6 runs, 4 earned on 7 hits through just 7 innings. Pardon me, 3 innings. And 69 pitches. Allowed 6 runs in his start on the road against Cincinnati. So the last 2 starts for him, interleague starts. Payoff pitch, and he got him to chase a breaking ball out of the strike zone.
And he spun that curveball very well. Looked like a strike, got him to chase out of the strike zone. That's what you want to do. Make it close enough to the strike zone to get a chase with it. Yeah, just when you go back to the spin rate on that last one to get a chase out of the strike zone, he had a good spin on that one, 27.78. Normal average major league spin rate, its RPMs would be 24.50. That's why he got the chase. He has good spin on his curveball, he just doesn't use it enough.
Healthy Hack. Sanchez hitting .249. Gomer with a 2-hit game last night, 2 for 3, had an RBI. Also picked up a walk. Cued towards short. Tovar comes up with it. Well, a lot of spin on it. And the White Sox will leave a man in scoring position. 1-0 Sox as we hit to the bottom of the second.
Day for the game today, going a little cool in the gang. Hollywood swinging. Jump on that first pitch, fastball throughout against Hector Santiago. Get some runs across here after a chance in the first inning.
Goodwin, Rengifo, and Tovar. Hector got out of some trouble in the first inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Struck out Calhoun and Pujols on the first pitch. Grounded into a 1-2-3 double play. Cal leave it up at 1-1. Bryant getting to start at center with Trout DHing tonight. Goodwin hitting .278, 10 home runs, 32 RBIs. And he'll drive one out towards straightaway center field. Engel running back to the track. That is gone. Big fly for Brian Goodwin. We're tied up at
1. Goody go way yard to center field. Tying it up at 1. 11th home run for Goody. 33. RBI going 413 feet. Hollywood swinging right away, tying up the game up at 1. It's our top tier play. Brought to you by Arco. Brian Goodwin, fastball up, ready, crush it center field. Not a whole lot of wasted energy on that swing from Goody, and he's able to hit that over 400 feet, 413 feet. As a matter of fact, to tie the game up at 1.
Luis Rengifo, 243 on the season. So Cal even up on him at 1-1.
15 of Goody's last 20 hits have been extra base hits.
Toward the hole, Anderson has it to the backhand. One down. Strong throwing arm by Anderson. We saw him make some 2 fine defensive plays on Thursday night, the opener of this 4-game set. Retires Rengifo, and we'll bring up Tovar, number 8 hitter. Wilfredo getting to start at short tonight. 194 batting average, 4 doubles, 4 RBIs. Bouncer toward the hole again.
How does he have a good strong arm? Tim Anderson plants that time. Got a lot on that throw.
Two down. Max Stassi coming to the plate. 138 average on the season. He's 1 for 26 as an Angel. 1-1 game. Goodwin leadoff home run to tie it up. 1-1.
Now McSpann on a high changeup.
Top part of the zone. Stassi just making sure that he gets that call for Suarez when he's back behind the plate. And now the 1-2. Down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Turning into a nice little crowd here on the Saturday night fireworks show after the game. Popped him up, shallow right. Hails it down here the second, but not before Brian Goodwin hits his 11th of the year to straightaway center field, tying this game up.
Boy, he was ready for a fastball and he delivered dead center field, tied at 1.
Sports West now available, forms including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. 1-1 game here in the third. 9-1-2. Engel pushes a bunt, and it's going to be a foot race until Rengifo gets there, and he does. Nice play to retire Engel for the first out.
And he can run too as well, Engel. That was a good job by Rengifo getting there. A lot of times as a pitcher, when you talk and communicate with your first baseman, to say, hey, you stay there. If I'm going to get to this baseball, I'm going to go all the way myself. Although that might have been a tough foot race to win, but Rengifo there to pick him up. It's all about reading the hands as a second baseman and going right towards the bag.
Top of the order, Leury Garcia. He tripled into the right field corner and scored in the first. Two balls, 2 strikes. Anderson on deck.
Good
fastball. Down him looking. 2 down.
Able to throw other pitches so far between curveball, slider, changeup, and then paints a fastball. Going back to what we talked beginning when he first came on this mound, trust in the fastball usage throughout this game. Don't shy away from it. It's a good fastball when you've established your secondary pitches.
Anderson 0 for 1 with an RBI ground down. Came in batting .327. He's played just 87 games since the time of the injured list with a high ankle sprain. Otherwise, that .327 batting average, if he qualified, would be good for 4th in the American League. DJ LeMahieu leading the way at the start of the day at .337.
Let's watch the game today. Another home run for LeMahieu for the Yankees, and another RBI single as well. He's really adjusted well hitting in that ballpark. It's hitting in that short porch and right center field.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Full boat with Abreu on deck. Pretty good combo there. Fastball away, then changeup away.
Fastball location-wise, too, by Jose Suarez.
And he walked him.
Got to battle right back. You got a very dangerous hitter now. That's really good on that inner half of the plate.
Abreu fly ball to center field his first time up.
Suarez with 3 pickoffs. Does have 1 balk called against him. Something I think the White Sox coaching staff has made the umpires aware of with this move to first base. He's faced 6 batters so far. Suarez is 1 time he's thrown a first pitch strike.
There's 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Anderson over at first base, not a big lead. Ground ball toward the hole, and Tovar can't come up with it. So 2 on with 2 outs.
And if you could really pinpoint one thing for Suarez so far in his rookie campaign, he's had a tough time getting that 3rd out. 2-out walk followed by a single. 344 batting average with runners in scoring position against him with 2 outs this year.
James McCann grounded out of the first inning. Comes up with 2 men on. It's a 1-1 game. We're in the 3rd. Don't want him to get into that deep hitters count. 2-1 or a 3-0 type situation, especially with the power that McCann has possessed this year.
And this is where his pace has slowed down quite a bit in these spots. I always feel that's part of it, the mental part of it for a hitter. When you're seeing a pitcher take a while to throw the baseball with runners on base, that means in your mind you don't feel there's as confident, give you a better chance as a hitter.
Fouled off.
When you talk to any hitters, past or present, when you see and face a pitcher that's working quickly, you feel that he's confident in what he's doing. But when you slow down, all of a sudden you feel, I got a shot. That's why it's important to pick up your pace, whether you're a professional or even pitching at the little league or high school or collegiate level, working quickly as a pitcher.
Takes on the inside part of the plate. Good pitch. 1-2. That's what you're talking about seeing more of. Establishing that in on right-handers.
He's going to live away with his changeup and breaking ball, but to be able to live away, you have to throw fastballs in. You can't allow hitters to be comfortable just looking and diving out over the plate against you.
Two balls, two strikes. Got the first two batters rather quickly. Then a walk to Anderson after getting to a 3-2 count, and Abreu with a base hit through the left side. Pulled down the line. That's a fair ball. Hugging the line and toward the corner. Anderson will score. Abreu is going to be waved around. Upton, a little bit of a double clutch, fires it all the way home. Trying to take third as McCann. He is in there. I'm surprised that Justin tried to airmail it all the way home.
If he gets that in the quickly to cutoff man, there's a real good chance at a play at the plate.
Yep. Wonder if it goes as a double with 2 RBIs and taking third on the throw home. It's 3-1 Chicago. It's amazing that he was able to keep that ball fair with Fletcher playing toward the line.
And it stays right down the line. He's continued to swing the bat well in this series as far as production. And you can see Abreu at that point. Upton has the baseball. He's not even stepping on third base at that point. So there's a chance at a play.
Jimenez a swing and a miss.
And McCann seeing that throw, and he's going right away to third base. Although a good throw to third base, and he's out.
Jimenez cued one for a base hit in the second inning. So he's 1 for 1. Three straight have reached against Suarez with 2 outs. One on that fastball. That's driven out toward right center field. Good one, giving chase. Still going back. That is gone. Sneaks out over the wall. A 2-run home run. And it is 5-1 Sox.
All with 2 outs. A 2-out walk to boot.
This has some pretty good power on the part of Jimenez. That's his 21st.
He's had a really good rookie season. Curveball not down and in, middle down. Went down and got it. This is a real good approach as far as swinging the bat on that one.
Doug White out to pay a visit. Let's get a word in from Jack in the Box.
Burger looks good.
Try my $4.99 barbecue bacon double cheeseburger combo.
It's a long conversation out there on the mound.
Five-1. Chicago on top. Still batting here to third inning. Wellington Castillo struck out in the second. And you wonder if a swing like that of Jimenez all of a sudden makes Suarez gun shy again, considering the struggles he's had just in the last 2 starts. Breaking ball in for a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, a lot of home runs allowed by Suarez. 16 home runs allowed. That's under 52 innings pitched. Surprising.
I think to your point, though, it just goes back to a 2-out walk.
And I'm telling you, when you slow down as a pitcher, you give the hitters a lot more confidence when they're in the batter's box. So that tells them you're not as comfortable throwing any of your pitches at that point. When you're working quickly, you give that perception that you're locked in.
Called strike 3, got him looking, but 4 runs in for Chicago. It's 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Halos are down 5-1 here at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of the order, I should say, coming up for the Angels, though, and Fletcher, Trout, and Upton. Hector Santiago, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed, one of which was the home run to Goodwin leading off the second.
Now all of a sudden he's looking up. It was a tie game, and he's got a 4-run lead now.
Fletcher 1 for 1. He had a base hit his first time up. Interesting alignment defensively for Chicago. It's the first I've ever seen against David Fletcher, where it's almost like stacking third base and shortstop almost back to back. I mean, he's basically playing in the hole. That's where the Fletcher base hit was the first time.
Well, we've seen Fletcher hit many base hits up the middle to
Yeah.
the shortstop position.
In on his hands.
That was a good pitch by Santiago against him, though.
1 down. Trout coming up. He walked his first time up.
And when you have a defense set up like that, you have to establish in, because you're forcing him to try to pull the baseball, and he jammed him to break a ball about letter high. You can see Fletcher going down and looking at the bat on that one as well.
Trout pops this one up on the right side. It's headed out of play.
Trout saw a lot of fastballs first at bat against Hector Santiago. Worked a walk. Another fastball. Sticks with the fastball again. That's a pretty good take. That's about a half a baseball off the inside corner. Now, to most hitters, he's throwing a changeup after a fastball in on this count. I don't know if he's going to do that with Trout or not. He's going back in.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Trout fouls it back. Got him. 2 outs. Brings up Upton. He walked in the first inning. Pretty good swing right there by Justin, trying to get it going offensively. Second start for Santiago, as we mentioned, since joining the White Sox at AAA this year. 4-5 with a 4.50 ERA, 15 games, 14 starts. That's driven out towards center field. Engel moving back, track, wall, gone. Big fly for Justin Upton. Solo shot, 9th of the year. 2-out variety. It's 5-2 Chicago.
That's the type of swing you want from Justin Upton. That's the power swing to that part of the field. That allows him to be more comfortable in the baseball, get deeper in the strike zone. That goes 417 feet. 9th home run, 29th RBI as well for Justin Upton as the Angels respond back. We get one of those runs back. Went fastball, stayed with it. A real solid swing for Upton. It's his 4th home run, last 10 games.
Cole struck out in the first with 2 strikeouts for Hector. Three hits now allowed of the White Sox lefty. Dropped down a little bit. 2 balls, no strikes.
Third home run of the season allowed by Hector Santiago coming in this game. Just one to a lefty, one to a righty. Let's take a look at Arcia. Give it everything. And Cole looking to set a new career high as far as home runs in the season. He's got 26. He's tied a career high. He's on pace for 34. Only 4 Angels right fielders have ever 30-plus home runs in one season. Bobby Bonds, Reggie Jackson, Tim Salmon, and Vlad Guerrero. Is 4 away from that 30 home run plateau for Cole.
Cole strikes out for the second time. 2-out home run to Upton. Angels get one of those runs back. It's 5-2 Chicago. Angels have some catching up to do against the Sox. It is 5-2 here in the 4th inning. Goins shooting one the opposite way. He struck out his first time up. Singles to lead off this 4th inning for Chicago. As the Sox have 7, 8, 9 here in the 4th. Yolmer Sanchez coming to the plate. Suarez got into some trouble with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. A walk, single, double, home run in that order.
Well, they've shown they can put the ball in play. Their batting average .255 coming into this game for the White Sox. Already with 6 hits today.
Ground ball sharply hit the Fletcher. Boy, got rid of it quickly. Look at this.
That is unreal how quick he got rid of that transfer. Ball was hit hard. Not an easy play to begin with. What a play by Fletch. How quickly he gets rid of the baseball. And Rengifo able to complete a 5-4-3 double play. And Sanchez can run a little bit. He's not even in the picture at that point. That's how quick that turn was.
Adam Engel tried to bunt his way onto the third. He's 0 for 1. Talking about the White Sox swinging the bats. Well, of the last 3 games, they're 34 for 108, a 315 average with 27 runs scored in the last 3 games. They've scored 5 tonight. 6 hits. And a 2-out walk to the number 9 hitter with speed. See, to me, that has nothing to do with tipping pitches. That is just not executing with 2 outs, finishing off an inning.
And one thing we've learned in these 3 games so far against the White Sox, they score runs in bunches, crooked numbers in innings. Did it last inning, like the last night. In the 8th inning, also even in the 3rd inning last night, 9th inning, the first game of the series.
Again, Engel with good speed. 3 stolen bases on the year in 51 games, but you know he can run. (16 stolen bases last year. At AAA this year with 13 stolen bases, caught 3 times.
That time Suarez had him leaning back. It looked like he was getting more comfortable with his lead. Mentioned earlier, Suarez with 3 pickoffs.
Garcia with a triple and a strikeout, 1 for 2. Called for 1 balk. Right?
Yes, and it's pretty borderline.
They still call that 45-degree angle for a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you cross with your front foot, that pitching rubber, you're supposed to go home.
Ground ball to short should do it. Tovar will go the short way and force down Engel. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Welcome back. I'm Alex Curry. Today, the Angels and Andrew Heaney teamed up with the OC Zoo for a day at the park to learn about local wildlife. Now, every fan who showed up in Angels gear got free admission into the zoo and a meet and greet with Andrew Heaney. And Andrew took photos with every single fan that was there. He was also a part of the animal presentation. He got to pet a bear, hang out with an owl, a hedgehog, a turtle. And we're going to have that full feature coming up on Angels Weekly. And guys, we know how much Andrew Heaney loves animals, as he recently they just raised enough money for 3 full-time therapy dogs at Chalk.
Yeah, I love what he was able to do on that one, Andrew Heaney. I love the passion he has for animals, pets. That's pretty cool for Andrew Heaney. Heen Dog.
Heen Dog.
Yes.
Oh, I see you. Albert flying out for the first down. He's 0 for 2. It'll bring up Brian Goodwin. He homered to center field the second. 2 runs for the Angels, 2 solo shots. #11th of the year, 33rd run batted in.
You remember that fastball that Goodwin hit out the center field against him, so Santiago with back-to-back breaking balls. Followed by another.
Hector, 31 years of age, back with his original ball club. White Sox took him into 30th round in '06. Okaloosa Walton College in Florida, Niceville, Florida.
Niceville, huh?
Niceville. Everyone's a jerk there. I'm just kidding.
When you think just the opposite, they all would be nice.
I believe, I got to look it up on the map. So I think it's around the Orlando area. This is skied out to shallow left. Anderson going out there. He'll call everybody off.
So it's by the
2 down.
happiest place on earth.
That's it. Hence the name. I'm pretty sure.
I'm trusting you again tonight on this one.
Let me see. Niceville, Florida. Let's zoom out a little bit. Not even close. It's in the Panhandle.
Well, that's a good try, though.
I knew I drive to Florida quite a bit to see family. Just outside of Destin. Destin is the big beach resort area there on the Gulf, on the Panhandle. So nowhere near Orlando.
Same state, though.
Wow. I was in the neighborhood. 2 outs, nobody on. Rengifo grounded out his first time up. Shallow right center field. A 1-2-3 4th inning. Now word from Agua Caliente Casino, Palm Springs, and Rancho Mirage.
Breaking ball.
2, 3, and 4 coming up for Chicago. Anderson, Abreu, and McCann. Inside part of the plate.
Now you can throw that breaker ball off the plate. We just showed that difference when you go and execute a breaker ball after a fastball has been established. That's when you get a chase out of the strike zone.
Went back inside with a fastball. Anderson 0 for 1, an RBI ground out of the first, walked and scored to the third. As far as pace is concerned, this is kind of what you're talking about even when he has runners on. Keep the momentum going in your favor. You dictate the pace.
Yes. And your defense has a chance at making plays behind you when you work quickly.
It was the 2-out walk to Anderson that opened up the can of worms for Jose in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, the strikeout looking, a ground ball. Or a bunt, I should say, he fielded.
Anderson flares one out to right field. He's on board to lead off this 5th inning.
Oh, throughout this series, it feels like the White Sox are always getting that leadoff runner on. First inning, second inning, fourth inning, and now in the fifth inning. Rick Renteria's club been aggressive. Swung the bats well through 3 games.
Jose Abreu 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the third. A couple of beach balls have hit the warning track down the right field line. One ball, one strike. Like somebody went to the end of summer sale at Big 5 Sports and picked up all the beach balls. Number of them on that first base line. Little back to school sale. 2-1 count.
And not to be confused with the last few pitches I threw in the major leagues. Equivalent to a beach ball.
Two-1. Abreu pulls it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 left on for Chicago. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 left on for the Angels. McCann on deck. Good off-speed pitch. Down goes Abreu, 1 out. 4th strikeout for Suarez.
Good location. Little fade changeup down below the strike zone. Turned it over very well. It's a very tough hitter to chase. Five for 10 in this series for McCann.
Two RBI double down the third base line in the 3rd inning. Double for McCann, his 21st of the year, now with 49 runs batted in. Goodwin really shading McCann toward the alley in right center. McCann hit something on the line to center, or even a tick toward left center field. Anderson scores easily. McCann's at second at the very least, where Bryant's playing him.
He starts out with that open stance. Hands in that position to try to drive something on the inner half of the plate as well. He's always had a really good throwing arm. So at 35% of base stealers this year. He's turned into a solid threat at the plate now.
Another throw to first. Anderson back. McCann, a 2nd round pick of the Tigers in 2011 out of the University of Arkansas. Signed with the White Sox as a free agent this offseason. Born in Santa Barbara. Last year, hit .220 for the Tigers with 8 home runs. This is inside out, fouled. 1-2. 14 home runs he has this year. It's a career high for him, surpassing the 13 that he hit in 2017. Same can be said for the doubles. And he's now matched his career high with RBIs of 49 with a double he hit in the third.
Another pretty good hitter from Santa Barbara, born there, Jeff McNeil, the Mets.
Got him, tied him up nicely. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs.
Good to see Suarez pitch inside, even off the plate in. Committed to that pitch, stayed on top. That direction going towards the inside corner and off the plate.
Jimenez 2 for 2. Single and a home run.
And that's pretty good power where he hit that pitch. It was a curveball, got the strike zone, but it was down. Location of that not exactly where Suarez wanted to. That's an impressive swing and power for Jimenez. 21st home run of his rookie campaign. I look at his stance where he has that front foot turned in. Part of the reason why you do that as a hitter. That way you're not flying open with your front hip. You're trying to keep it closed in as much as possible. That's how you're able to hit a curveball that's on the outer half and down out to center field.
Two-one count. Ground ball over to third. Fletcher has it. He'll go to second.
He has been busy at third base. Fletcher, another solid defense play, get the force out. There's Suarez gets the job done. Angels just down by 3. Bottom to the 5th.
Hey, get your red on with the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack for only $44. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. More info on the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack. Gooby, tell them where to go.
You got to go to angels.com/funpack.
Hector Santiago is coming off a 1-2-3 4th inning. First time tonight he's retired the sign in order. And he gets 8, 9, and 1 here in Tovar, Stassi, and Fletcher. Alfredo fouls it off. Grounded out his first time up. First time tonight, Santiago's at an 0-2 count. .61 pitches for Hector. 40 have been strikes. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. 3 hits allowed, 2 solo home runs. Popped up first base side into foul ground goes Abreu. 1 away. Max Stassi coming to the plate. Beautiful night. Sun has set here in Southern California. 1 more tomorrow on the homestand. It's a 107 start. Then the Angels head out on the road Lone Star State. 4-game series with a doubleheader on Tuesday against the Rangers. Off day on Thursday, 3 against the Stros beginning next Friday.
Astros having a tough time with the A's.
Yeah. So what is it, 7.5 now?
Yeah. It was a 3 straight by Oakland against the Astros.
Houston's lost 5 in a row. So it's 6.5 now. 6.5 game lead. Angels are on that stretch right now where they'll go week on, week off.
Yep.
Home and road.
Matt Chapman really been crushing the ball since shaving his head. He's been struggling.
There are the standings there. It's the Karate Kid of schedules. Week on, week off. Oh, Mr. Miyagi line.
Great movie, by the way.
Cobra Kai Dojo. But we digress. That's 80s.
Yes.
Not 70s. 70s weekend. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Remember what your favorite shows were back in the 70s?
Happy Days. I was a Tuesday night Happy Days guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah, I got into that a little bit. Laverne Shirley, of course, after they spun out. But and then on Sunday nights, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah.
Right. And then of course the Disney movie of the week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. That was automatic.
Yeah. Three-2. Stassi works the walk. 1 out walk to the number 9 hitter. Here comes Fletcher.
Up the Brady Bunch. You Brady Bunch guy?
Brady Bunch I like. Partridge Family.
Oh, Partridge Family is outstanding.
I think it was in the 70s. Bay City Rollers had a Saturday morning cartoon show, I think. If I remember correctly.
Yes. There's cartoons on Saturday morning. Yes.
I'm trying to think what else I liked in the 70s. Charlie's Angels. They weren't bad. That was a fun show.
How about MASH? Were you a big MASH guy?
I got into it as I got older. Hector misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. As Castillo goes out there. Barnaby Jones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rockford Files. Jim Rockford.
All-timer.
He drove a Pinto, right? Is that a Pinto that he drove? Like a gold Pinto? Norm definitely would know. Give me that stats information, Norm.
Oh. Boy, there was a lot of great sitcoms and TV shows in the 70s.
1-0. The Odd Couple with Jack Klugman and what's his name? The other guy's name. Tony. Was it Tony? No.
Yeah. Jeez.
Tony Randall.
Yes. Felix.
Yep.
Man, there were some good ones.
Fletcher with a single in the first. Bouncewood back to the mound in the third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-2. And Jack Klugman eventually went on. Did he do a show that he
Dr.
was a corner?
Quincy?
What was it called?
Was it Dr. Quincy? Was that what it was? It was some.
Or just Quincy? Just Quincy.
Just Quincy?
Right? Yeah. He was the corner.
I think so. We tried. We
that
tried
would have been 80s though. I think.
Yeah,
right?
we tried to avoid him at all costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Quincy Medicine Woman show in the 80s, 90s? Dr. Quinn or what? Okay. It's all coming back to us now.
Yeah. Slowly but surely.
Hey, I forgot to tell you. There's a little bit delay here. 1-2 on Fletcher. I found a new station on Sirius XM. I had no idea. Channel 70. Nice AP by Fletcher, hanging tough. It's called Yacht Rock Radio. Yacht Rock Radio. I kid you
I'm glad you're saying that. I wouldn't do that real well.
And it was like Boz Scaggs, Steely Dan,
Love
Daryl
Steely
Hall,
Dan.
George Benson.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Bread.
I love Steely Dan, by the way.
1-2.
Close peg, you will come back to me.
I think what I listened to today, Pablo Cruz, a bunch of guys on it. So you got to check it out on the way home.
Yes.
Channel 70 on the XM dial. Yacht Rock Radio. I'm not sure why they call it that.
Yeah. Well, you're just cruising around in your yacht all the time. That's what it is.
Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins. What was Kenny's brother's name? Because he had a song too. Brian Loggins? No. It was I think it had Boston in the title. Going back to Boston or something? Danny Loggins? Does that sound right?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I might have been lost. I might have been lost in that decade.
1-2.
As I am now.
This one out to shallow left center field. Angle coming on. It falls in there for a base hit. And the Angels have 2 on. Trout coming to the plate with 1 out. Dave Loggins.
Yeah, okay. Now you're cooking.
They were brothers, right?
Yes.
Or probably still are, I'd imagine. If they were siblings, I don't know.
Here's your chance right now with Trout at the plate. He's walked and struck out so far against Hector Santiago. It's a big series already against the White Sox. He's been crushing him over the last 7-8 games as well.
Watch out. Working the old jackknife move off the high dive. Trout walked in the first, struck out in the third. Stassi at second, Fletcher at first. 1-1. Mike doesn't like that call.
Yeah, it looked like it was off the plate.
He didn't like a couple of calls from last night's at-bats, especially when he struck out looking in the third.
We have seen a lot of fastballs from Santiago tonight.
Next home run for Trout will set a new career high, and if he does it tonight, at this point, it'll tie the score at 5. 1-1 pitch.
He was trying to.
Mike DHing tonight with Goodwin in center. Quasi day off. It's weird that for him in his career, the odd numbers as a DH.
He's got a little bit too much energy.
Yeah, probably. Time called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Upton on deck.
Because a lot of times as a DH, you got to think about your at-bat every single time when you're playing the field. You can clear your mind of your at-bats, good or bad, by making a defensive play.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Action now, the White Sox bullpen. Cordero is the first man up. 78 pitches for Santiago. White Sox up 5-2.
Another fastball. A ton of fastballs to Trout.
Well, everyone's well aware of the off-speed damage that he does. Change-ups, breaking balls. Asked Lucas Giolito on that slider last night.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about change-up home run, slider home run in the first 2 games. He's seen one changeup and one slider this entire night versus Santiago. So all fastballs.
Payoff on the way. Trout strikes out. He went away from him.
I don't think he was trying to necessarily go away. He was setting up in. Castillo was setting up in. See the target? As many fastballs as he has seen inside Trouty over the last number of games. That's a pitch that would be a tough one for him. Looks like they're going to go to the bullpen here now. That's going to give you that kind of look, a quick reaction as a pitcher.
With Upton coming to the plate, Renteria makes the move. A pitching change for Chicago here in the 5th. As Santiago goes 4 2/3. Not much you can do now if you're Hector trying to talk your way into it. He's already made the call.
Yep.
Pitching change. Halos are down 5-2.
Deeper in the strike zone and not trying to pull the baseball. Important for him.
Cordero on for the 13th time of the season. He's 0-1 with a 4.50 ERA. 14 innings with the White Sox, or in general in the big leagues this year. 12 hits allowed, 15 strikeouts, and 4 walks. He'll face Justin Upton, who's walked and hit a home run.
Cordero can touch 100, 94 to 100. Curveball, slider, changeup. That 97-mile-an-hour fastball had some movement, but off the plate.
27-year-old native of the Dominican Republic. He's been doing the waiver wire boogie this year. Nationals had him, put him on waivers. Blue Jays picked him up. Blue Jays put him on waivers. Mariners picked him up in May. Mariners put him on waivers. White Sox picked him up in June.
Talk about a pitcher can touch 100 miles an hour.
.22 games last year with Washington. And a 5.68 ERA. Pitched in 1 big league game with Toronto this year. This is his 12th with Chicago. One-two pitch, and Upton went around. And the 5th is in the books. We're off to the 6th inning. It's 5-2 Chicago. That Jim Rockford did not drive a Pinto. It was a Goldish Firebird.
Yes.
All right.
By the way, he was a huge Raider fan.
Was he?
Yes.
That's too bad. Danny Loggins was Kenny's cousin. Not his brother.
Related though.
But I was in the neighborhood. Dave Loggins. What do I call him? Kenny? Whatever. Please Come to Boston was a song that I was trying to think of.
We were just there.
Please Come Back to Boston?
Well, yeah.
Would that be the sequel to that song?
Well, we were there for 5 days.
Yeah, yes, we were. Castillo for 2. He struck out twice. All right, one last TV show.
Yeah.
Maybe. Barney Miller.
Yes. Really good. Really, really good.
All right, I like Kojak. Telly Savalas. Castillo bouncing one to third.
Tootsie roll right there. Tootsie Pop. Got to.
Castillo for 3.
I still remember when Telly Savalas was on The Dirty Dozen back in that movie. I don't know if that was I think it might have been the 70s. Early 70s, maybe. Jim Brown was in that movie as well.
Yeah. The Waltons. Good night, John Boy.
Little House on the Prairie, is that 70s
Never
as
got,
well?
yeah, that was. Never got into it. Two balls, no strikes. All in the family.
Yes.
Goins 1 for 2.
Go on and on for that. That was a great time to watch TV.
All in the family.
Edith.
Great show.
Edith. Meathead.
Jeffersons.
Yes. Jeffersons was so good.
3-0. Wheezy. Wheezy.
The names of the characters on all those shows. If you even go back to Barney Miller,
Yep.
there were some great ones.
And Goins works the walk. 1 out variety. It's the second one issued by Suarez. About Red Fox at Sanford and Sons. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. He would just make me laugh when he started to smile or do anything. I was just cracking up right away.
What's his wife's name that he always kept pointing it to when he was pretending? Was it Lucille? No. Lucille? Is that something right?
I'm trying to remember. That was classic.
I'm coming. Pointing to the sky. Sanchez 0 for 2. Ground out in a double play ball. Suarez at 78 pitches, 44 have been strikes. Tuning in and you're listening to a bunch of 70s TV shows. It is 70s Throwback Weekend here at Angel Stadium. So we thought we'd keep with the theme a little bit. 2 balls, no strikes. And now Stas is going to go out and have a conversation.
It's pretty cool that Rod Carew threw out the first pitch today to Albert Pujols, going back to that earlier.
How could you forget about the 1979 Yes We Can Angels?
Yes.
Taylor Cole begins to loosen.
Monday Night Football started in that decade as well.
With Howard Cosell?
Yes.
Two-0 pitch. It's in there 2-1. There was also a time, it was Monday Night Baseball too, right?
Yes. I used to love that. That was a time when you really didn't have many opportunities to see games other than Saturday afternoon baseball and Monday night baseball.
Right.
And then, obviously postseason you did.
Well, and then you look forward to Saturdays for this weekend baseball with Mel Allen.
Yeah.
2-1. Fouled off 2-2. Mentioned Rod Carew earlier. Before the game, he threw out the ceremonial first pitch. Great ovation.
He looks great. You knew he wasn't going to throw from the mound, by the way. He never really liked pitchers a whole lot.
Angle on deck. Base hit to right. Well, with a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. A walk followed by a single. 2 men on. And here comes Brad Ausmus. Looks like that's going to be it with Adam Engel due up. We're going to go have ourselves a pitching change. Jose Suarez came on in the second inning with 1 out. Ends up working 4 innings. And kind of a mixed bag for him. Really, the 4 runs that came across in that third all opened up because of the 2-out walk to the number 2 hitter, Tim Anderson. So he'll depart here with property at first and second base. A pitching change.
Around the majors, the Punisher Aquino again. He is putting up historic numbers. Crushes another home run. 11th home run season for Aquino. That's covered, what, 17 games doing that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And where they're, when we were there, remember we talked about all the throwback uniforms, the 150th anniversary, the Big Red Machine unis this weekend. Taylor Cole comes on for the 27th time. 2-4 with a 5.63 ERA. He does so with Goins standing at second base, Yolmer Sanchez at first, and Adam Engel will be the batter. By the way, Fred Sanford's wife's name was Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. How about police woman back in the day?
Yep.
What, Angie Dickinson? So many good shows.
Engel tried to bunt his way on in the third. Then he walked in the fourth. So he's 0 for 1.
Tied him up on a changeup inside.
Chopper towards short. Tovar has the ball play him. They're not going to turn a double play.
Yeah, you can't do that, especially with Engel going down the line like that. That became a more difficult hop, too, for Tovar.
Runners at the corners, 2 outs now. Leury Garcia coming to the plate.
Goes back on it. Got the force out. A close play at second, the boot.
Garcia 1 for 3. He tripled and scored in the first inning.
Good speed on the bases and at the plate for the White Sox. Paints the outside corner with a fastball. Good pitch by Taylor Cole.
One ball, one strike.
I know you were a huge fan of the Love Boat and Fantasy Island as well.
Absolutely. Who could forget the Gopher? Now, Fantasy Island was a Friday night show. What day of the week was, I remember the Love Boat for some reason.
That was in a day where actually there were some good shows on and they were live on Saturday nights as well. Now a lot of shows repeats on Saturday nights.
Fouled off. Engels on the move. This is fouled off. He had a huge jump.
Yeah, it wasn't even going to be a play there.
Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Goins over third base. Engel at first. 1-2 count. 5-2 Sox. Top of the 6th inning. There goes Engel again. Jammed him. This was fouled off.
I think Taylor Cole has been working on a little bit of late. Is throwing a curveball. He throws a slider, fastball, and changeup.
That throw over, and Engel got a pretty good lead over there. Taylor Cole on a relief from Jose Suarez. 1-2. Engel again takes off. Garcia again fouls it off.
Throwing on some tough fastballs from Taylor Cole.
Chopper off the plate. Cole gets rid of it quickly, and out is the call. Man, Leury Garcia got down that line very fast.
It's a real good play by Taylor Cole. There gets me take a look at it, but I thought he got him. Big out to be able to finish off the inning. No damage done.
They're going to challenge it, Gooby. I think he may have gotten there. Well, Rick Renteria wants a challenge. Taylor Cole did everything he could do.
There's a good angle right now. Did he get that foot down? It is so close.
Safe. He's safe, Goop.
Looks like he might have gotten that cleat down just before the ball's in the glove. Even better angle.
See how Albert is positioned with the left foot on the base? Remember back in the day where it used to be the right foot is on the base and you stride toward the baseball?
It's a little bit shorter throw.
Yeah.
So that makes it a longer throw, especially an underhand throw. There's not a lot you can really do on that play for Taylor Cole. Baseball hit that high in the air.
I think this is going to get overturned. Remember, the ball is not considered to be caught until it hits the back of the webbing.
Just as his foot is hitting the base right there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's as close as you can get.
Yeah.
It could easily be called safe as well as being called out. It's that close here.
The call at first is out, and they call him out, so I think call stands. Well, at the bottom of the 6th inning, it's 5-2 Chicago.
Angels on Tuesday, August 29th, as they take on the Rangers at 7 p.m. The first 30,000 in attendance will receive a fantastic Trout number 27 duffel bag. For more information on the Trout number 27 duffel bag, courtesy of Timeless Skincare, visit angels.com/promotions.
Cole Calhoun to lead things off for the Angels here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2 Chicago. Cordero, who finished off the 5th inning, back out to open up the 6th. Calhoun, Pujols, and Goodwin. Cole, a little chopper swing at the first pitch. 1 down. Albert tonight 0 for 2. Double play ball and a fly ball to right. Call stands, by the way, on that replay is what they ended up deciding. That's the old not enough evidence to overturn.
A lot of times when I get my take on that is they think he might have been safe. Otherwise, they would have confirmed it if they thought he was out. So you might think it's safe, but just not quite enough to overturn it at that point.
Oh, 1 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we've been told that the Love Boat was Saturday nights, followed by Fantasy Island. I had Fantasy Island Friday nights, Saturday nights.
Yeah. But Get Smart as well.
Yep. Don Adams?
Yes.
Right? Albert fouls it back, 1-2. That's what Dan Please
Yeah, I was going to say, talking into the shoe. Yes, indeed. Every time Max Scherzer would take the mound.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the 6th. Pretty good off-speed pitch for a guy throwing in the upper 90s.
It's tough, even for a future Hall of Famer to make a good pass at that pitch after trying to deal with near 100 with a fastball.
Toward the middle. Anderson to his left has it. 2 down. So Goodwin coming to the plate. Homer leading off the 2nd, popped down in the 4th. So 1 for 2 game thus far. Covered a lot of TV shows. Didn't even touch on a number of movies in the 70s.
How about the $6 Million Man, by the way?
Oh,
70s.
yeah. We can rebuild him. Oscar Goldman. If you had to name one, now that's kind of a tough question. I was going to say one pop culture icon of the 70s. Tough, right?
Yeah.
And I was going to throw a name out to you and see if you thought it was apropos. Granted, that was, you know, we were kids. You're a little bit older than I am. But you're, what, 5 years older? 6 years old. Okay, so we're fairly close, right? Evel Knievel. It's a pop culture icon figure.
Yes. Everything he did, you just stopped.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a number of them, obviously, but. Of course, Andy Warhol.
How about Rocky Balboa? Rocky movie.
That was a movie.
I know, but he became.
Yeah, but that wasn't real.
What?
Yeah, that's the movie. You've got to
learn. Are you kidding me? It's not real?
You have to learn to separate real life from television and movies. Goodwin went around.
Yep.
Full count.
Cut me, man.
Felled off.
All the music by John Williams, all those movies from Jaws. I mean, every time.
Yep.
Incredible.
Amity Island? Is that Jaws? Amity, does that sound right?
Yes. Yes.
The Amityville Horror.
Yeah. No.
Another payoff pitch. Goodwin takes a called strike 3. 97 on the inside part of the plate. The Angels are down in order. We're off to the 7th. Top of the 7th here at Angel Stadium. Game 3 of this 4-game set. Halos are down 5-2. Taylor Cole is back out for the 7th inning. And the White Sox will send up 2, 3, and 4. Anderson, Abreu, and McCann. Thinking about that question I asked you about the whole pop culture, the 70s. You can't talk about the 70s without. I even said Mark Spitz, commercial break.
Yeah.
The swimmer with all the gold medals. Bruce Jenner, of course.
Yes.
Evel Knievel, Andy Warhol, Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett.
I mean, that's pretty much right. Am I missing anybody that stands out?
And they were huge.
Right. That was like a different level of celebrity. 1 ball, no strikes. I guess John Travolta with the whole Staying Alive. Or Saturday Night Fever, I should say. Staying Alive was the sequel. Anderson 1
and you
for
cannot
2.
forget Vinny Barbarino now.
Yeah.
That's it. Ba, ba, ba.
What? Anderson pulls this one out the left field. He's got himself a leadoff single, his second hit of the ball game. Upton will hold him there.
Another leadoff hit for the White Sox in this series.
So you were a Vinny Barbarino. I know you were a Vinny Barbarino.
Oh yes, yeah, no, definitely.
As opposed to Arnold Horshack or Freddie Boom Boom Washington.
I like Boom Boom too, but Vinny Barbarino was too good. Too good.
Mr. Cotta. Norm chiming in with Taxi.
Norm, Taxi. Wow, that was good.
Good call.
Oh, that was so good.
1 ball, no strikes. Jose Abreu 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Base hit by Anderson, the 9th hit for Chicago. This is shot to right field. Cole coming on, makes the catch. Almost got handcuffed. That ball was squared up.
And that was all about that quick, aggressive jump to get to that baseball by Cole Calhoun. You can't hit a baseball any harder than that. Cole aggressively comes in, although you wait back at all, no chance to run that one down. Sound off the bat and a great route.
1 out, 1 on, and James McCann at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an 2 RBI double. The 3rd inning. Burt Reynolds, would you consider him 70s icon?
Yeah.
Smokey and the
Smokey
Bandit.
the Bandit.
can now with 21 doubles, 49 runs batted in. Say Carol Burnett.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
I could not make it through that show. I don't know how they did.
They barely did.
Yeah. Tim Conway, Harvey Corbin, they were just literally laughing as they're saying their lines. But that's what made it so funny, because you're laughing with them.
Tim Conway, was that, he did Dorf,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Dorf on golf.
Yeah.
So,
You talk about a dry sense of humor. He was so good. Even those variety shows during that stretch in the 70s as well, they were good.
yeah. Anderson bluffed as if he were going, stays. Good breaking ball from Taylor. Well, since we did our costumes yesterday, one of the costumes that we originally decided we were thinking about doing was Sonny and Cher.
Yeah,
now, that was a 70s variety show. Gooby was going to be Sonny. Oh, one. One ball was right.
Yes.
Anderson creeping off at first, and they'll check in on him.
Yeah, Cole has a quick move. Good footwork.
One. Broken bat roller. McCann really late getting out of the box.
Yeah, he was jammed. As difficult as a hitter sometimes. You know, you think, okay, you got Fletcher playing back. He should be able to beat it out, but he's had a tough time getting out of the batter's box.
I think he was hoping that ball was going foul.
I don't know if it was quite a Stones 70 song, Shattered, but that bat was shattered.
Meadows pops it up toward the dugout. Stassi, Pujols. No one can get there. Falls. Meadows, 2-hit game, 2 for 3 with a single and a 2-run home run. Now, would you have considered, he was great from the 50s on, Elvis as a 70s icon? Or was that, I mean, he was
I knew him at that point, though, in the 70s.
1-1. Bouncer toward third again. Boy, Fletcher's been super
He's going to
busy
have
over
to
there.
ice that arm down after the game.
No doubt. Stretch shot, 5-2, Chicago. It's bottom of the 7th inning, 5-2. White Sox lead it. And still no change on the pitching side for Chicago. Cordero still out there. The Angels here in their half of the 7th have the bottom third of the order coming up, and Rengifo, Tovar, and Stassi. Luis 0 for 2, a ground ball out and a fly ball to center field.
Well, that was a pretty good pitch. It was taken out of the strike zone. Follows it up with a changeup.
Cordero following up. Hector Santiago went 4 2/3 tonight. 2 runs on 2 solo home runs. Total of 4 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks for Hector. Second start since joining the White Sox. 2-1. Wrap up this 3-game set tomorrow. Four-game set, I should say. This is game 3. Dylan Cease against Griffin Cannon going for the Angels. White Sox have double barrel action going in the bullpen, righty and lefty. Marshall, the righty, Fry the lefty. And a walk to lead off the 7th.
That's what you want. A gift base runner to get something going here in the 7th.
Angels have had some opportunities tonight. Men in scoring position, especially, I mean, the golden opportunity in the first inning with the bases loaded, nobody out. Hector Santiago gave up a single, then back-to-back walks to load him up. Calhoun struck out. Pujols on the first pitch, a double play ball. Matt Thaiss going to pinch hit here for Tovar, who ends up going 0 for 2.
That'll move Fletcher over to shortstop now after all those plays at third base. All of a sudden can't find the strike zone.
Thaiss a 183 average, 2 doubles, 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in as a pinch hitter, 0 for 2. Two and 0. Get a word in from Hyundai.
The Hyundai Epic Summer Clearance. Visit your local
Don
Hyundai
Cooper, the
dealer
pitching
or
coach.
buyhyundai.com for details.
Don Cooper's out there. 24 pitches thrown by Cordero so far. Leadoff walk to Luis Rengifo. He's at first. Toward 1.
Paints the outside corner at 97. The conversation is go back to the fastball. All ball speed pitches back-to-back 97-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Full count. Number 9 hitter, Stassi.
Trying to lay off that high fastball, bring it down in the strike zone. Matt Thaiss.
Called strike 3. Inside part of the plate. Theis tried to sell it. It was a strike. 1 down.
And it had some late movement to it as well. Upper third of the strike zone.
Shohei Ohtani comes out. He's going to pinch hit for Stassi. As soon as he gets announced officially, there comes Rick Renteria, and he's going to go to the bullpen here. White Sox will counter with Fry, the lefty. To face Shohei Ohtani, we have ourselves a pitching change. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Halos down 5-2.
4 in the 9 to take right away the Nationals team race. Back and forth throughout this entire game as they're battling for that wild card spot in the National League. It's going to be a tight race all the way to the end. Right now, the Nationals lead by 2 games. The Cubs right there, the Phillies, Brewers only game and a half back. The Mets too. Even the Giants just 3 games back in the wild card race.
Jace Fry, the left-hander, taking over for Cordero with 1 out, a man on. Fry pitching for the 52nd time this year, 2-4 with a 4.91 ERA, 49 strikeouts at 40+ innings. Ohtani pinch hitting.
Fry has that tough arm angle, 90-95. Will throw a curveball, slider, changeup. Shohei Ohtani through a bullpen session today as well.
Shohei 3 for 8 as a pinch hitter. Shoots one out to shallow center field. Anderson's not going to get there. To flare in there. And it'll bring up the tying run and David Fletcher.
He hit that baseball like a couple baseballs he threw today. A curveball he was throwing. He throws a curveball into the outfield for a base hit for Shohei Ohtani. Pinch hitting against Fry. Off the end of the bat, strong enough to punch it in the outfield, pick up a single. And looks like another pitching change coming now.
So Fry unable to retire Ohtani. The Angels will have their tying run coming to the plate and a pitching change. They had Evan Marshall getting ready. And we'll go back out to the bullpen. Angels are down 5-2.
And Halo by 3, but 2 on. A potential tying run coming to the plate. And David Fletcher going back to my Hyundai key for the game tonight. Hollywood swinging. Chance tie it up here. Chance to take the lead with Fletcher coming to plate. Mike Trout on deck.
Evan Marshall takes over, second appearance of the series. 38th game, 3-1 with a 2.73 ERA.
Marshall fastball has a little running action to it. 92-95 slider, changeup.
Fletcher 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Rengifo leading off this 7th inning with a walk. Ohtani with a 1-out pinch hit single. He's over at first.
Another pitcher for the White Sox that throws a lot of changeups in is a good one. There it is. A little below the strike zone though. Fletcher, knowing his strength is upper part of the strike zone, that upper third, laying off that low pitch. Trying to guide that fastball and a little bit too much movement, running action on his fastball. Trout waiting, potentially coming up with the bases loaded if he walks David Fletcher.
Four-pitch walk, they're loaded up. So Fletcher on board 3 times tonight.
Not that you could look for this if you're Mike Trout necessarily, but Marshall throws a lot of first pitch changeups. And we know how well Trout can hit a changeup and how well he's hit with the bases loaded throughout his career. 413, 533 this year, with a couple grand slams this season alone.
Michael walk, a couple of strikeouts, 0 for 2. Infield back looking at the double play depth. That's what the White Sox are hoping for. And the first one. Swings and pulls one in left field. There's a base hit. Rengifo will score. Ohtani being waved around. He'll score easily. And the Angels all of a sudden are down 1.
Trout coming through. Clutch hit. Swinging. First pitch. Comes through. 2 more RBIs for Trout. Get him 96 on the season now. By the way, good read off the bat by Shohei Ohtani to score that one rather easily as well. Got that one downstairs and lines it in the left field. Aggressive, like we were thinking, lines it. Shohei reads that one well. Scores easily to pull the Angels within 1.
For the Angels, it snaps an 0 for their last 11 with men in scoring position. Upton at the plate. First and second, 1 out. Justin homered, solo shot in the third. Has walked and has struck out. Two balls, no strikes. Unable to throw strikes. Osich getting ready.
Long look in there for Marshall. You're Justin up, you're centering right in your spot right now. Don't expand the strike zone, look for a pitch that you want to drive.
Pulled toward third and under the glove of the third baseman Goins. Fletcher will score. Trout is going to be stopped at third. We are tied at 5. Off the bat, it appeared to perhaps a double play ball, but Goins misplays it. Runners at second and third, and still 1 out.
Hit well, but hit hard enough, you might have a shot at a double play. Instead, it's down the line. Tie ball game. Late reaction on that one.
Not sure what he was trying to play there, but poorly played, and the Angels will take it.
We end up being a double there for Upton. Potentially walked Cole Calhoun to face Albert Pujols.
It's an error on Goins. I think that's the right call.
Yep.
Love for Justin to have a knock, but that ball easily should have been made. At the very least 1 out of it.
Yeah, I can understand Rick Renteria, thinking maybe a double play ball for Pujols, but he is one of the best with the bases loaded to ever put on a uniform. And more motivation when you see something like that for Pujols. 14 career grand slams for Albert. .315 batting average as well. And Albert Pujols with 45 RBIs in his last 50 games.
Trout at third, Upton at second. Calhoun at first. 5-5 game here in the seventh. No balls and a strike. Pujols tonight 0 for 3.
Albert, if you looked at his numbers this year versus a two-seam fastball, lower part of the strike zone, that is the baseball he's hit very well. And Marshall, a lot of pitches that lower third of the strike zone. With a change up after his fastball first pitch.
Oh, 2. Albert pulls one foul. Three runs in here in the seventh inning. A 5-5 game. Pujols the 8th man to step to the plate.
Well, you have the pitcher that lives in that lower third of the strike zone trying to get the ground ball. You have Albert Pujols, who knows a thing or two about driving in a run, trying to lift something in the air.
Oh, 2 pitch. Takes low. 1-2.
Good take by Pujols. Marshall's thrown quite a few pitches. Very difficult to hit in the air. Albert trying to get one that he can do that.
Pulled foul. Fans not oohing and awing because Albert pulled one foul. They're more concerned that the ball went over the head of Mike Trout.
You have to do a little matrix to get away from it.
One with a breaking ball. 2 outs.
First one he threw to him in that sequence. After a changeup and fastballs throughout, throws in a slider and expands the strike zone. Albert unable to make contact.
Don Cooper out to pay a visit here. Brian Goodwin, the batter. Always thought these were the oddest times to pay a visit. If you have a pinch hitter, I get it. But you're coming off a big strikeout, right? Second out of the inning. You want some momentum.
You don't want to slow down at all. Right. You had a great arm slot. You threw that breakable. Going back to the second inning for Brian Goodwin, what he did against Hector Santiago. He got a fastball belt high and he hammered it out. Center field. Sound by the camera.
One ball, no strikes. Trout at third. Upton at second. Calhoun at first. Two balls, no strikes. Three and oh. Already 2 walks in the inning. Rengifo walked to open up the inning. Fletcher drew a walk to load him up for Trout.
And Rengifo waiting on deck. Love to get another chance to swing the bat in this inning.
Called strike, borderline.
Let's see if it touches the upper part of the strike zone. It runs back and it's barely borderline.
Marshall's 3-1. 6-5 Halos.
That might have been an Aerosmith song. Walk this way.
That's it. Again, I still don't understand why you go out there as a pitching coach after you get the second out.
You have momentum going, you have confidence going, and all of a sudden some negative thought creeps in your mind because that conversation must be reassure what you're supposed to be doing. Well, you just did that by getting a strikeout.
Pitching change yet again. We're in the 7th. Angels on top 6-5. Third, pardon me, the walk. I forgot about the intentional walk. The 4th walk issued in this inning. And Osich comes on for the 42nd time this season. He's 1-0 with a 5.51 ERA. Second time he's pitched in this series. And Luis Rengifo opened up this frame with a base on balls. Will come up with the bases loaded.
Osic's fastball, 92-97, curveball, slider, changeup.
Rengifo for 2 with a ground down fly ball to center and a walk.
Osich with a couple wild pitches this year as well.
Pulled foul. He was looking to turn and burn and just out in front. No balls and a strike. Oh, 1. 0-2. Broken bat off the glove of Osich. Tough play for Yolmer Sanchez. They retire Rengifo for the 3rd out, but the Angels strike for 4 runs. We will head to the 8th inning, and it's a 6-5 Angels lead.
Yeah, some patient approaches and then some good swings. Mike Trout drives in 2. Justin Upton brings home a couple as well.
Cam Bedrosian into pitch, top of the 8th inning. Angels now on top of the White Sox 6-5 after 4 in the bottom of the 7th. With my man Jose Mota and Patrick O'Neill reminding you to watch Angels Live pregame presented by Nissan. Tim Salmon, Alex Curry also joining us. Jose, what a game so far.
Well, one thing we know that, James McCann, the All-Star catcher now for the Chicago White Sox, loves coming home. Santa Barbara native, and he is hurting the Angels in many ways, which really goes back to matching up as to how Jose Suarez continues to struggle, especially with 2 outs. McCann having quite the series here today. But for the Angels, when you have offense, you have number 1, you have the best in the game. Here it is, 96 RBI, trailing Devers by 1 now in the American League lead. And a very special cause here today also. Hector Santiago, fan trout a couple of times, but the most special thing is number 45 right on that chest. Very classic move by Hector.
Yeah, we saw that with Giolito last night as well. So we got ourselves a ball game and a lead for the Halos back upstairs. Here's Victor and Mark.
Thanks a lot, fellas. Cam Bedrosian takes over here in the 8th inning with the Angels on top 6-5. Defense has shifted a little bit, as we mentioned, with Matt Thaiss pinch hitting. He stays in the game at third. David Fletcher moves over to short. No other changes for the Angels. Castillo, Goins, and Sanchez. Anthony Bemboom takes over behind the plate since Thaiss pitch hit for Max Stassi. Now there's no more defensive changes. I swear.
Promise?
Promise. One ball, one strike. There's Bemboom.
Just a little bit off the plate with his curveball.
Taylor Cole won an inning and inning and 2/3 with 1 hit allowed. Everything else is zeros. He's the pitcher of record for the Angels. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's a lot of tight battles late in baseball here today. This game right here, 6-5. Tie ball game in Washington again, 13-13.
They're still playing that game?
Milwaukee took the lead 13-12 in the 13th inning, but Washington came right back and tied it again. It's 13-13. Also got that 12-7 game going in Texas with Minnesota.
Two. Called strike 3. Down goes Castillo. 1 away. For 4 night for the White Sox.
Look at it. He's got that emphatic strikeout call working tonight. Fastball in. There it is. Ring him up.
One out, nobody on. Ryan Goins at the plate. 1 for 2. Single. Strikeout and a walk. And how different would that 7th inning have been if Goins comes up with that ground ball that Upton hit?
It was hit hard, but a play you see him make often. Solid defender. Plays a number of different infield positions. Cam, that routine he goes through every time as far as visualizing throwing a strike.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Although you might not want to throw that strike at that part of the strike zone on a curveball, though. Takes a walk back behind the mound. Knew he got away with a mistake. That's good to do.
Two balls, two strikes. Got him swinging on the breaking ball. Two down, back-to-back strikeouts.
The curveball before, a little bit more of a lateral spin to it. This one straight up and down. 12-6 break gets the chase out of the strike zone for a swing and miss for Cam Bedrosian. Starts at the knees, ends up in the dirt.
Cam's had a very solid, very consistent season. Opponent's hitting 192 coming into play today.
Been really good against left-handed batters.
Yolmer Sanchez, second baseman, coming up. He's 1 for 3. Singled in the 6th inning.
So part of the season coming in this game, 170 batting average. Lefties versus Cam.
No balls, two strikes. Oh, 2 from Cam. Got him looking. 3 strikeouts in the 8th. Angels lead at 6-5.
Painted the fastball outside corner. Nice job by Cam Bedrosian. Controlling his command has been excellent. Curveball straight up and down. 12-6 break. Swing and miss. It paints a fastball right on that outside corner. Strikes out the side for Cam Bedrosian. Love how his balance has been so much better this season.
Taking the next step. The Angels have been waiting a couple of years for Cam, who's seen glimpses of his ability and what he's been capable of doing, but piecing it all together through the course of his season, it's something we have yet to see, and this year he's certainly done that. He has taken it to the next level. 1-0 pitch to Theis. He pinch hit his last time up, or his first time up I should say, and ended up striking out looking. Theis, Bemboom, and Fletcher. 8-9-1.
By the way, Milwaukee scored 2 now in the 14th inning, lead 15-13.
Oh, but wait. Theis hammers one toward the corner. That one is foul. Matt thought he got it. He had rounded first.
And he hit that one right on the money. Hooking right down the line to see if this goes foul.
2-1. 2-2. A 4-run 7th inning, the difference in this one. The Angels on top. Halos had 10 men come to the plate and only had 2 hits. Picked up the 4 runs. Nice takes outside, full count. Helped out by the 4 walks and the error by Goins. Payoff. Nice. Shoots from down the left field line. Jimenez broke back, now has to come in on it and makes the running catch. One down. Anthony Bemboom coming to the plate.
Tough play. Youngster were able to run that one down. Especially if you're an outfielder, you see a guy, a line drive just hooks foul to right field. So you're not necessarily expecting a baseball hit that way. So able to track it down.
Bemboom's 4th game with the Angels. He's 1 for 7. Chicago 5 runs, 9 hits, an error, 6 left on. The Angels 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 7 left on. White Sox in the 9th will have 9-1-2 due up. At the moment it's Engel, Garcia, and then Anderson. One-two pitch. Shot toward short. Anderson drops it. Will retire Bemboom. Ground number 2. Brings up Fletcher. He's been on board 3 times tonight. 2 singles and a walk. Fletcher scored 1 of the 4 runs in the 7th. That's when he picked up 1 of the 4 base on balls issued by the White Sox pitchers.
Real good patient at bats.
That one down and in. 1 ball would strike. One pitch. Fletcher out to center. We head to the 9th inning. 6-5. Halos on top. The MLB Ball Bleacher next. Visit Angel Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets. Redeem special check-in offers. Access exclusive content and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Hansel Robles takes over here in the 9th inning, trying to close it out for the Angels, up 6-5. Robles, second time he's pitched in the series. 56th game, 4-0 and a 2.98 ERA. 17 saves, 53 strikeouts, and 54 in the third innings. White Sox sending up 9-1-2. Looks like they're going to set up a pinch hitter,
John Jay.
Instead of Adam Engel. .277 batting average. No home runs, 9 RBIs. 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter.
He's a contact type hitter, so you got to be ready to make a play on him defensively.
Jay got the start in right field last night. Ended up going 0 for 2. 0 for 3, pardon me, with a walk. First one in for a strike. Bouncer toward the middle, Rengifo. One down.
Contact hitter, get some soft contact, get a ground ball out. Important first out of the inning. Robles to Rengifo.
Top of the order now, Leury Garcia. 1 for 4 with a triple.
Back-to-back batters. He started off with a changeup. Another changeup from Hansel Robles.
No balls, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch rolled foul. Robles going with the triple hoof kick, trying to distract Garcia. One ball, 2 strikes. Wrapping up the series tomorrow. Griffin Canning on the mound for the Angels. 1:07 first pitch. Tim Anderson's on deck. The 1-2. Off speed, misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hansel ready to go. Just missed down and away. I don't know how Garcia laid off of that pitch,
especially when you're dealing with a couple of changeups early in the at-bat.
There's a payoff. Got him to chase it. Keeps his at-bat alive.
Found off another firm fastball.
Robles, the 5th pitcher used tonight. No, he got the opener nod, inning at a third. Suarez 4 innings. Cole an inning 2/3. Bedrosian 1. Robles here in the 9th. Garcia, tombstone, 2 down.
Paints the outside corner. Under control, didn't overthrow it. Right on the outside corner, 98 for Hansel Robles. Nice try by Bemboom, just keeping that glove right there, not moving it, presenting that pitch very well to Doug Eddings.
Tim Anderson, the batter, with 2 outs, nobody on. Two for 3 game with a couple of singles. Breaking ball for a strike. Oh, 2. Oh, 2 pitch.
Slightly overthrown on that one.
A little bit. Trying to change the eye level.
Didn't look real comfortable after that delivery as well for Hansel Robles. So he'll walk around the back of the mound now to get back into the good mechanics we've seen throughout this inning so far. Fans looking for the strikeout call.
The 1-2. Fouled off.
That kind of ran back into Tim Anderson's spot where he can do some damage to it. Started away, ran in with the lower part of the strike zone.
Trying again at 1-2. Anderson fouls it back. Just got a piece of the breaking ball.
No idea how he was able to reach that far off the outside corner to foul off that breaking ball from Robles. Fastball inner half the pitch before. Then you throw a slider that's well off the plate and somehow got a piece of it.
Try this again. Out to right field toward the corner, slicing away from Cole. That is just foul.
Yeah, your goal is to make sure you keep Jose Abreu on that on-deck circle to get ready for tomorrow afternoon's game. You don't want him up in a big spot.
Been a fun night tonight. Talking 70s TV and all kinds of things. 1-2 again. Ground ball toward the middle. Fletcher moving over. Has to hurry.
Why not, Fletch?
Got him at first base.
We'll probably take a look. Why not?
Yeah.
Probably looked like Fletch got him. Why would Fletch not make that play? Because Fletch was busy all night long at third. Now playing short. Imagine he'll take a look. Why would you not if you're Chicago? See if that is the final out.
Take a look at it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's out.
Easily got him.
That shouldn't take long.
Wait till the final call. Nice play by David Fletcher.
And now go in and ice that arm, David Fletcher.
That's it. He was a busy man tonight.
All night.
Yeah. Thank you to all for the interaction on social media as well, talking about the 70s TV shows and movies and music.
That was a lot of fun. Yes. Angels are walking in.
They are walking in.
And walking off.
Headsets are coming off.
Yes.
And on 70s weekend, the halo shines tonight.
Yes, indeed. Our Land Rover Above and Beyond player of the game, Justin Upton, going 1 for 3 with a home run, a walk, but also put that ball in play. Hit it hard. It got by Goins. 4th home run in his last 10 games for Jay Up. Coming through as our Land Rover Above and Beyond player of the game. Nice victory here tonight. Did a little walk this way. That big inning with 4 runs with his 2 hits. A walk action.
A nice win overall. Brian Goodwin had a home run. He played in center field today. And he is down to the field with our own Alex Curry. Alex.
Brian, what a comeback tonight. What did you see from this group in that 7th inning to fight back and take this game?
Pretty much the same thing we've been saying all year. This team, they just never give up. We never quit. And that's how you end up pulling out these types of ball games.
You got things started with your home run and then closed things out with your patience at the plate. What's going through your mind and what's your approach when bases loaded and you have a chance to take the lead?
Oh man, I can just feel all that energy from the fans. Just don't want to disappoint.
And the bullpen came in and shut it down for you guys. Hansel Robles picking up his 18th save of the season. How much confidence does his team have when he takes the mound?
We know when he comes in, he's going to shut it down. He's going to get right to business and get us out of here. So we've been saying it all year, so we expect the same thing every down.
Congrats on picking up the win. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. The Angels take Game 3 for Chicago in comeback fashion. The bullpen doing what they do best, shutting things down, and we'll hear from Hansel Robles coming up on our post-game show. So don't go anywhere because Angels Live with Patrick O'Neill, Jose Mota, and Tim Salmon is coming up next.